And now call to order November 15th, 2021, meeting of the New Caney Independent School District Board of Trustees. Current time, 6 o'clock. Let the minutes show a quorum is present with all members in attendance. Please rise for the invocation given by Mr. Trout. Remain standing for Pledge of Allegiance and honor the Texas flag to be led by Ms. Sharp.
Please bow your head. Father God, we thank you for the time together. Lord, we thank you for this. Thank you for all the people who have watched us. We ask you to help us make we ask you to watch us, read parents, teachers, principals. We ask you to be with us. Safe throughout the
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
That was Item 2 on the agenda is consideration to canvass election results for November 2nd, 2021 Board of Trustees election. All board members were provided with a copy of the official results as provided by Harris and Montgomery County. Our presenter on that is going to be Mr. Powers.
And canvassing the results from Montgomery and Harris County.
Are there other questions or further discussion? Is there a motion to approve the results of the November 2nd, 2021 Board of Trustees election and declare winners as Wendy Sharp, Angela Tompkins, and Chad Turner?
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion is approved. We will now swear in the 3 board members.
Okay, if you'll raise your right hand to take your oath of office and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of this office of School Board Trustee of the State of Texas and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. Congratulations.
Okay. Up next is item 3. Oh, first of all, we welcome Angela to our board. She's going to be a great asset to us, and we're excited to start the journey with her. Again, like we talked about earlier, we are one, so she will now be one of us. So we do appreciate that. Moving into item 3 on the agenda is reorganization to reseat the board. I would like to state that I will not be seeking board presidency or any board positions. At this time, it's been a wonderful honor to serve our district over the last 3 years, and in this capacity. And I will never forget the opportunity to keep kids first and do what's best for our employees. So,
Yeah, and I would just like to echo that, what this district, this country, this community, this board has been through in the past 2 years, especially these, past 12 months is unheard of. And so, I appreciate the unity. I know our district leadership appreciates the unity. We know that all y'all had our backs during what we've been through. And so we appreciate that. It allowed us, again, to do what's best for kids. I appreciate Chad and his leadership of being board president during some very challenging times. So appreciate the role he played in everything. And again, making our district a better place and a district everybody wants to come to, be a part of, just make our town and community better. So thanks especially to Chad for leadership as the president spot during this time.
thank you, sir. All right, I'm now accepting nominations for board president 2021-2022. We have one nomination for Ty Trout. Do we have another? That being said, Ty Trout will be president of New Caney School District Board of Trustees 2021-2022. So do I have a motion to accept Ty Trout as the New Caney Independent School District Board of Trustees 2021-2022? Second. That being said, Ty Trout is now again. No. I thought we voted. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Now, Ty Trout is the New Caney Independent School District Board of Trustees 2021-2022. Wasn't in the agenda, not my fault.
Well, I appreciate this opportunity. I promise I'll do the best I can do, and if you have any questions, you can always come to me. So I'm an open book. Y'all can ask me anything you need to know. So at this time, I'm accepting nominations for board vice president. Craig Mixon is nominated for board vice president. Are there any others? All of those in favor of Craig Mixon as board vice president 2021-2022, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Craig Mixon is vice president 2021-2022. And now we'll be accepting nominations for board secretary. Elizabeth Harrell has been nominated for board secretary 2021-2022. Is there any other nominations? All those in favor for Elizabeth Harrell for board secretary 2021-2022, say aye. Opposed? Elizabeth Harrell is the board secretary. Now I'll be accepting nominations for board assistant secretary for 2021-2022. Beth Frickrell has been nominated for board assistant secretary for 2021-2022. Are there any other nominations? All those in favor for Beth Frickrell, say aye. Opposed? Beth Frickrell is assistant secretary for 2021-2022. Okay, item 4 on the agenda is recognitions. Mr. Pappas.
Good evening. You got a packed house tonight, so I'll try to be quick. part of the benefits of my job is I get to go on the campuses and get to discover the different programs, clubs, and organizations that aren't as well known as some of the other ones. And some I feel we highlight pretty well, and some I want to bring to you guys to know because I feel they deserve more recognition. So tonight I bring Jen Bridge from Porter High School, and I bring their teacher, their sponsor, Ms. Anam Dowdy, and she's going to take it from here.
Yeah, okay, either way. We can face this way. Okay. Hi, I'm Miss Dowdy. I teach engineering at Porter High School. And we entered what I found to be the most prestigious STEM competition you can enter in the nation because they give the largest prizes. They give $2 million in prizes across the whole U.S. And last year we entered the competition and moved up level by level until we actually were the national winners, and we received $130,000 to use in our classroom. So this is the team. So the contest is the same each year, the question, and it is, what is a problem in your school community that is impacting it? And the second question that they ask you is, how can you use STEM to solve that problem? And so it's great that it's always something where the kids are looking to their own community in ways that they can help. And so this is our video submission of our project that kind of tells you a little more about it. And then a few of the kids that pitched to the Samsung engineers in the final are going to tell you a little bit about the project. And this is Miss Lachelle, who's part of the community part that we were able to assist.
Our elders are suffering in the dark. They have been reduced to a shell of their former selves. The isolation inducing an onset of loneliness and depression that has affected them so greatly that they are, quote, losing the will to live. With as many as 1 in 4 regular elderly people reporting having anxiety or depression amid the COVID-19 pandemic, our elders are in dire need of our help, as they face 4 times the risk of premature death, a 50% increase in risk of dementia, 29% increased risk of heart disease, and a 32% increased risk of stroke. The odds are not in their favor. In order to take preventative action and put their life back in their hands, we must reestablish their social interaction. Furthermore, we must reestablish a connection between them and the outside world.
This is where Jen Bridge steps in, where we bridge the gap that COVID has caused. We have not only established a connection with them, we have connected them with our school community, where we focused on one-on-one interaction. We began brainstorming ideas on how we could do this. We talked with many professionals who created an app to be able to cover in the voting system. He talked about a run it and focused on feasibility. After this, we created a design matrix to see which of our ideas fit best for the goal. An app website combo selected perfectly for us. We then used them to engineer and coach and bridge response. The group made a quick mock-up of an easy-to-use app and website that elders could use with top.
These resources, such as Mighty App and WordPress, the app has bright colors to our response that elders can use. This app incorporates good love and evil. It also has a calendar and simple content, like chat that elders can play with at board. Sustainability will be achieved by student and community involvement.
For every first day of program, I was prepared by and it was like I changed the sleep day.
Each participant will a general happiness game for getting a favorite feedback. Today, we have 100% annual music, 84% free content with live. One goal for the challenge for each resident of the month. Take successful presentations and opportunities. The team would love to implement 17 hours center at even individual level. We had an easy navigation for favorite book reading along with the allowing them to help with the outside world with their favorite. As the project grows, we plan to partner with more schools and sophomore residents. We're also sharing a proof of concept for the think about ideas of the meeting. We're going to battle isolation and destruction going into that.
Good evening. The facility that we chose to partner with was one that hit close to home here in the Valley Ranch, in fact. We worked with the Heights on Valley Ranch with our good friend LaShill here. She'd like to speak more on that.
Sorry, the video made me emotional
Yes, it
because
is.
I love my patients. And this program has been a very, very essential program for my patients. COVID-19 has made a lot of my seniors depressed. We had patients that had suicidal thoughts, missing their loved ones, didn't want to be there because they weren't involved in the community, and they weren't able to express themselves and be themselves because of COVID-19 had them isolated in the rooms. They couldn't come out. They had to wear their masks. They couldn't even spend time with other patients in the building. So it hit the long-term care community very hard. Not only did it hit it hard, we was the most affected people by COVID-19. We lost a lot of patients in long-term care nursing. And for them to watch their roommates or another person they knew die due to COVID-19. This program is very, very special for us because it allowed them to remembrance on things they used to do. They communicate. They make them when they link on with them. They bring back the memories that they forgot about it. Because some of them have dementia, Alzheimer's, or just confused and miss their loved one. When they link with the school, Porter High School, it brings that memory back. It gives them joy. It gives them peace. And it's very important when the community is involved in seeing the patient and giving them that joy with that communication network. I mean, I'm sorry. It's so deep for me and it touched me so hard. I don't even know what else to say other than I know it's a vital asset to the community. I'm just so happy that Porter High School came out and connect with my patients and got them involved in their ideals, and the conversation they have is just so important to them. It might not seem like much to some people because it's simple conversation, but those simple conversations goes a long way and give them hope and vision that they're still part of the community. And I just like to thank the kids that are involved in the program and let them know it is very, very important. And not only is you giving life back to them, but I seen a lot of y'all get joy out of it too. And that means a lot. And it's helping them to work with the seniors and give back to the community. And I like to say thank you to Porter High School.
I just want to say thank you, guys. That's amazing for the seniors. I know every one of us out here have a senior they were connected to, so you've made a big impact in those people's lives, and so I'm like you. It touches my heart and it means a lot. So that's amazing.
Yeah, it was really great because they actually had to learn about brain health and they had to learn about how they're helping prevent dementia. So it gave them a lot of purpose too last year when it was kind of crazy and school was crazy and everything was that, it was a really stable thing where they had a really good reason to come to school and work really hard on this project. So I think they did a great job. Yeah, they each have a little something. Yeah.
So the project consisted of me, River, and Preston. We were the three main people that kind of did the presenting and the pitching to the judges. We got our work in close partnership with Natalie Davis, the Texas Certification Activity Director, like the whole, like at the Texas level. And she really helped us really attack those brain health issues. We had to learn about the 4 domains of quality of life to make sure that the elders are leading a meaningful life, the control of choice, a sense of spontaneity and diversity, a meaningful relationship, things like that. River can talk about STEM.
Okay. So we really had to truly focus on the science portion of it and truly understand what we could bring up in these conversations. And part of it, we discovered that just music is a great form of rehab. So we actually had band kids come down and we planned to connect with the choir in our school and really just make it a whole school-wide event and process. Like we want the choirs to come down and sing for them and really give them moments of our past. And we really had to understand how dementia functioned and how we could use therapeutic sessions to combat that. Like a lot, we have this whole guideline of questions that we have the kids kind of ask them to really bring them back to their past, such as like things that's like what's their favorite food can help them remember what their like favorite restaurants were. Or we ask them what they used to do and what they did, their children, and it kind of just brings things back to them. And I mean, dementia is really just when plaques build up in the brain after not using them, the neurons in their brain over time kind of decay and it causes like short circuits because our brains are basically a computer and our brain's a muscle. So the more you use that brain and we think back, it really exercises the muscle and helps ease out all of those short circuits in their brain and helps them become more what they are today.
So we'd like to expand to other schools by reaching out to them and telling them about it. They would partner with a assisted living facility and talk to them and get this program set up between them. And we just go from school to school to school and expand and hopefully get across the nation. Yeah.
The project was really kind of a hassle to like get working in order to get like a specific like workflow in a way that we want it to work. And as soon as we got that workflow, it was extremely easy for us to like connect with people and talk to people. And once we had that workflow, it was like almost like it's like we were connecting with somebody who hasn't been connected with all their life. It's almost like they've just been shut off for like an extended period of time. And to see people like the elders and the seniors just light up whenever we have a conversation with them, it's like a miracle.
One of the more memorable parts from Gen Bridge was being able to meet Kevin Brady. Can't remember what he was. Sorry, I'm tired.
He's our
congressman. Sorry. That's one of the more memorable things off the top of my head.
They got to have an hour-long interview with him, so they got to really pick his brain about a lot of things. It was a really good conversation. Caitlin, you want to talk about it? Caitlin heard about it and joined this year, so she's been helping get it kind of started back up after summer.
Yes, I'm a new student, part of Gen Bridge this year, and I've gotten to speak with so many elders, and getting to experience that and connect with them is just, it's amazing because they tell me their stories and, you know, what their life was like, and just getting to hear that is amazing, you know, and it's just such a great group of people, you know, to be working with on this project and to make it into something bigger, you know, for the future. It's something I'm really new to, and it just blows my mind, you know.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that I'm sure that you will never understand how much you touch those people's lives. So just I applaud you and great job. That's all I can say is I'm so proud to be a part of this district, just knowing that y'all have done this for the seniors of our community. So thank you. You're the new board member. Mr. Poppins. Mr. Poppins. Don't let them leave. No, yeah, don't let them get. Y'all get over here and take a picture with Miss Tompkins. All right, now we have Miss Tom Have with Sorters Mills Elementary.
I am Kindy Tomhave, principal at Sorters Mill. What a blessing it is to be able to follow such an incredible group of young people. Wow, it just shows how many blessings we have in our district. And tonight I am honored to be able to share with you some of my blessings at Sorters Mill Elementary. I just appreciate this opportunity to be able to recognize them for a job well done, and for the family members that are out here that are a huge part of their success. I want to thank you for being here as well. So first, I would like to recognize Monica Rodriguez West right here, and she is actually a member of our support team at Sorters Mill Elementary. Monica Rodriguez West started at SME this year, and Monica stood out to us from the moment she interviewed. Let me tell you, not only does she have a degree in mechanical engineering technology and serve as a volleyball coach in the evenings, but she was also part of the Walt Disney World College Program internship. So, if you have ever been on the ride Pandora Flight of Passage, yep, Monica was a part of the Imagineer and Engineer team who was able to preview that ride. So, pretty cool little fun fact. Now, at SME, Monica has proven that she's versatile and always willing to step in and help wherever she's needed, that is for sure. She is our assistant in PE, and she helps out at our front desk and front office whenever she has a break in her schedule. And she can be seen in the afternoons as our crossing guard, and let me tell you, she provides safety with a smile. She is a blast out there. She always knows how to bring an element of fun. So she's been a wonderful addition to SME, and really it's an honor to recognize her tonight. So thank you, Monica. And next up is Joanna Gonzalez. She came to SME in 2019, and she completed the SHSU 4+1 Teach program, which I love, where through hard work and dedication, she graduated with a master's degree, teaching degree, and she has her bilingual certification. When Joanna started at SME, she was quiet and shy and reserved, and to be honest, I didn't quite know what to think about this timid young woman, and I bet her family's laughing over here because they know that's not really her. So it was when I walked into Joanna's classroom that, I'm not kidding you, I saw magic happen. Oh my goodness. Joanna is the definition of a natural when it comes to teaching. Since she started, she has stepped up to lead our dual language teachers. She began pursuing a second master's degree and is planning a wedding. And Joanna keeps a positive attitude and strives to give her best to her students no matter what. She is a true role model and a wonderful leader. So congratulations, Joanna. All right, and next up is Iris Figueroa. She is a hard worker with a smile that our students look forward to in our school cafeteria. Having good food with full bellies isn't all we want to offer each day at SME. As our students and staff go through the line, our belief is that the smile and kindness our cafeteria crew shows is as important as what they serve our students. And Mrs. Galvan, our cafeteria manager, said this about Iris. She is responsible and ready to learn something new every day. Iris gets along well with her coworkers, and she loves our SME students. She's a great role model because she respects others. So needless to say, we are grateful for Iris. She not only provides food to warm the soul, but also offers smiles to warm our hearts. So congratulations, Iris. Thank you. And next up, we have William Hill. So William didn't start at SME this school year, but he moved his way up in the ranks through his dedication and hard work, landing him the position of head custodian. So the first week that Mr. Hill joined us, he asked if he could clean out a cluttered closet adjacent to our cafeteria that hadn't been organized in years. I quickly realized that this man could rival Marie Kondo, the queen of organization. I have now witnessed that behind the scenes of his work, our organizational skills in all areas of our campus. I'm not kidding you. If you walk into any closet on our campus, this man has touched it, and it's beautiful and pristine. He has the respect of his team, he works hard, and keeps our school looking good so that our staff and students can feel proud of their space. So we appreciate all that he does. It is not an easy job, but Mr. Hill does it well. So congratulations, Mr. Hill. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Aria. And Aria Estrada is an active 5th grade student who serves on our leadership team at Sorters Mill Elementary. What stands out about Aria is that she has the heart to naturally do the right thing, even when no one is watching. She is a strong leader, but not the typical one. She leads by example. Aria is our quiet leader on campus, proving that her actions speak louder than words. If there's a need in the classroom or something that needs to be done that the teacher may think needs to happen, Aria is that student, the one that just will stand up and take care of the needs of the classroom to help out her peers without even being asked. One of her teachers commented that it's like she reads her mind whenever there's a need in that classroom. That takes a special person. Aria is very self-motivated and doesn't require others to push her. She has a natural drive within herself. This drive is part of what has made Aria shine when it comes to dance. She has gifts and talents that go beyond the classroom. Whatever she learns in her other activities outside of school, she brings to the classroom. And that's drive, determination, hard work, and a strong motivation to do her best. So thank you so much for letting us honor these incredible people tonight. We appreciate this opportunity. Thank you. All right. And you're going to go up and shake their hands once you get the award, okay? All right. So let me get these out.
My favorite one. Yeah, I do. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Great job, man. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, up next is Miss Coronado from Valley Ranch Elementary.
Good evening. Thank you for having us this evening and hearing about some wonderful people that we have at Valley Ranch Elementary. I want to start off with Brodie Lightner. He is such a fine young man that demonstrates strong character every day. He greets you at the door with a beautiful smile, a warm welcome, and bright eyes that are ready to learn. Brodie works hard in the classroom and always contributes to conversations. He's on our advisory committee and has better ideas than the adults a lot of the times. He is a true leader and mentor on campus. He wants to help all that he can, and he models what it means to be a true good Samaritan and good citizen. I can't wait to see how Brodie thrives in the reality of his future and know that he will have success stories of many to come. Congratulations, Brodie. Next, I'd like to honor Miss Sherry Crow. She's been at Valley Ranch for several years, and she's the first one to step up and do whatever's needed to be done. She will greet students in the morning with a huge smile, wave at all the cars, help them get across, never complains. She's always positive and willing to do whatever was asked. Kids love her and know that they can do anything when Miss Crow is supporting them. Her smile is contagious, and her love is abundant. Thank you, Miss Crow. I also want to recognize our cafeteria manager, Lauren McComb. She began at Valley Ranch Elementary in 2017 and moved to a manager's position quickly. Lauren always does what she can for our students and our staff. She knows all the kids' names as they come through the line, knows their favorite items to get, and makes sure that they get healthy choices too. She has a smile on her face and delicious meals from the kitchen, always. Thank you, Lauren. I'd also like to recognize our head custodian, Miss Teresa Trevino. Teresa knows that New Caney is all about families. She cares about her students and her staff as if they are her own family. She's a dedicated member to our support service department and a valued member of our custodial community. Teresa works tirelessly to do whatever is needed in the school, including making special backdrops, decorations, and even a trash train. She always participates in our activities, knows the students, and helps however she can with them first thing in the morning all the way till late at night. She participates in our pumpkin decorating contest, and she's currently the winner of our annual chili cook-off.
Great job.
Right now, she's currently building a huge mailbox for Santa's letters for the students. We appreciate you, Teresa, and all that you do. And the teacher we wanted to recognize tonight is not feeling well, so she's not here, but I do want to say a couple words. It's Miss Hope Daniels. She's a third grade math teacher. She's the team lead and a perfect example of what a lifelong learner is. She's always willing to learn and do whatever's needed for her students. She's built a strong team with all new teammates this year, adjusted her instruction to focus on specific skills and needs that the kids need reinforcement and refinement on. She's a teacher that many want, and those that do have her are thrilled. Thank you all very much. Congratulations.
All right, up next, Mr. Powell, you're ready to go.
Ready to roll. All right. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to do this tonight. I love having the opportunity to publicly express gratitude for these awesome examples of Kiefer Kodiaks. All the people that I will talk about tonight exemplify our pride characteristics, and that stands for prepared, respectful, integrity, driven, and empathy. We take pride in all of our attitudes and actions at KCMS, and each of these different people that I'm recognizing tonight, oh yeah, come up here, guys. Thanks. Exemplify those characteristics. First, I would like to recognize Teresa Delafosse. Teresa teaches 8th grade math. She has been a teacher for 17 years, and all 17 of those years have been at Kiefer Crossing Middle School. Teresa is a true master teacher. She cares for her students and expects the very best for them. Teresa is an example of Kodiak pride in all that she does. Thank you, Teresa. Next, I would like to recognize Teresa Trevino. Teresa is my secretary. I couldn't make it without her. Seriously, I just couldn't. She's an expert on the financial side of things and student enrollment. She has experience as a bookkeeper, registrar, and receptionist. She always puts others before herself and consistently thinks about details others forget. She's an example of Kodiak pride and all that she does. Our student athlete is Bailey Preston. Bailey is an 8th grader who runs cross country and plays basketball. The girls coordinator said that Bailey is an example of everything the coaches look for in a student athlete. Bailey excels in the classroom and is a student leader, and I don't think I've ever seen her once not smiling. She is a great example of Kodiak pride and all that she does. Our CTE student representative is Tyler Scott. Tyler is involved in the CTE classes that we offer at KCMS and was Mrs. Armenter's recommendation for this honor. Tyler is very involved with FFA, raising lambs and chickens. This is the 3rd year he has shown animals, and he looks forward to continuing his involvement with FFA and CTE in high school. Tyler is a great example of Kodiak pride in all that he does. Our fine arts student representative is Natalie Davis. Natalie Davis is very busy. She is the top middle school French horn player. Is it French horn player? Is that right? Yeah. French horn player in the entire region. She was the first chair as a seventh grader throughout our entire region on what is arguably the hardest instrument taught at the middle school level. In addition to the French horn, Natalie stays busy with athletics and maintains all A's. Natalie is an example of Kodiak pride in all that she does. Our custodian representative is Steffi Cook. Steffi is our lead custodian, and she has been with the district for a long time. This is the second campus we have worked together, and she consistently impresses me with her ability to smile through adversity. Seriously, at one point this year, during Kiefer startup, we didn't have toilet paper. And she was like, it is what it is, we'll figure it out. It's gonna all be good. And she just is always that calm that we look for. She had a lot of pressure to develop cleaning schedules and figure out a new campus. We went from 1 floor to 3 floors. She's managed to do all that and stay positive. I appreciate all that she does. Steffi Cook is a continual example of Kodiak pride. Our child nutrition employee selection is Stacy Ortiz. Stacy is in charge of the cafeteria at KCMS. She, much like Steffi, faced the challenges of opening a new campus, all while being epically understaffed. She never let any of this bother her, and I am happy to report that there hasn't been one day this year when she did not manage to get all of our students through the line with time to spare. Like that's an achievement. It's difficult every day, and she's standing back in the cafeteria directing the show. She's making sure they're getting through those lines and making sure that her ladies are smiling and giving the kids all the food that they need. Her experience and calm under pressure are great examples for all of our employees and our students. Stacy is an excellent example of Kodiak pride. Thank you to each of you for your service. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to speak about some of the good people here at KCMS. Guys, thank you so much. Y'all are awesome examples of Kiefer Kodiaks. I appreciate every single one of you.
All right, up next, item 5 on the agenda is consideration of out-of-state trip for New Caney High School cheer, presented by Amber Boone.
Good evening. A few weeks ago, our high school cheer squad earned a qualifying bid to participate in the 2022 UCA National Competition in Orlando, Florida at Disney. We're seeking approval from the school board tonight to allow our cheerleaders the opportunity to participate in this event that is taking place February 10th through February 14th. And Coach Amber Boone is here with me right now. If you have any questions, she can certainly answer those.
Are there any questions or further discussion? Is there a motion to approve the out-of-state trip for New Caney High School cheer? Second. The motion has been moved and seconded. There will be no further discussion. A vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? The motion is approved.
Thank y'all.
Up next, item 6 is the consideration of out-of-state trip from New Caney High School Bluebonnets by Ms. Crackle.
All right. Also seeking approval to allow our Bluebonnet dance team and breakdance team the opportunity to also travel to Orlando, Florida, to perform at the Magic Kingdom in Disney. The date for this travel will be April 9th through April 12th, and Ms. Crackle is here and Ms. Knight as well to answer any questions if you have some.
Any questions? Is there a motion to approve the out-of-state trip for New Caney High School Bluebonnets? Second. The motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, a vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion is approved.
Thank y'all very much.
Y'all have fun. Item 7 on the agenda is consideration of out-of-state trip for Porter High School cheer presented by Miss Dove.
Good evening. We too are seeking permission for our Porter High School cheerleaders to compete at the National High School Cheerleading Championships February 10th through the 14th in Orlando, Florida. This is pending a bid that our competition is in December 18th, so pending that bid, we'll receive that bid to go to competition in Orlando, Florida. And I also have Coach Dove here to answer any question that you have.
Any questions? Is there a motion to approve the out-of-state trip for Porter High School cheer? There being no further discussion, a vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion is approved. Congratulations. Item 8 on the agenda is open forum. The board will now hear comments from those persons who have signed up to speak, and we have 3, but I'm going to read the open forum statement first. The board encourages comments from citizens of the district or employees. Anyone wishing to speak, either as an individual or as a representative of a group, may do so at this time. The board asks that comments pertain to public education issues and be no longer than 5 minutes. Remember, the board may not discuss any issues that are not posted on our agenda. If an issue mentioned is listed on tonight's agenda, the board will defer discussion until the appropriate time during this meeting. In addition, the board has adopted complaint policies that are designed to secure at the lowest administrative level a prompt and equitable resolution of complaints and concerns. The policies are available on the district website, www.newcaneyisd.org. First up is Dr. Tyra Hodge. And we've got a timekeeper, so she'll start you right now.
Okay. Thank you for your time and thank you for the opportunity. What I'm proposing is my organization here, and we are looking to see how it works, how it's going. And lots of stuff like that. And so, as an assistant principal, I see a lot of natural years of working papers up at I've been in it. And so, seeing a lot of guys, I wanted to take the opportunity to help to actually work with staff. I don't know what the conference is, but I've put together very positive. Doesn't talk about power and initiative. I'm also doing marketing. I have to nonprofit. My business that I for years with my business, and I want to train on, or practice training on that. And so, see that I don't have any trainer or architect. And I actually want to do a system with have a cheerleader myself, and my daughter, who's very talented, taught herself how to do flip-flops and everything. So she, her freshman year, made varsity. But cheerleading is very expensive. In Conroe, they don't give you any passes on the cheerleading. So I told her, you're going to have to help me. Yeah, you're going to have to help pay for these cheerleaders. She said, well, I want to start a business. Okay. All right. Mom has a couple of businesses that I like to supplement. And she decided to do lipstick. So we researched how to do that, and she did it. She made her cheerleading money, and then I was like, well, come on, hey, we're about to make money on this. And so I realized with her, it can be done. So I'm bringing in professionals to teach the teenagers how to do it right. So I just would like permission to be able to get the flyers to the counselors to see if any kids want to come. It's going to be free. Hopefully, even the lunch will be taken care of. I'm hoping for that. The worst case scenario, they have to pay $7 for it. And the books and everything, we're going to cover all that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right, up next we have Yvonne Martinez. How are you, Ms. Martinez?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I actually came here this evening in order to talk about the changing in the time schedule for the students. And I know we had that meeting, special meeting this past Monday, previous Monday. One of the things that I wanted to say as a parent who have 3 high school students, one who will be graduating, is that we actually agree with the change. We did submit it the way we were supposed to as well. And of those 58 students, my freshman daughter actually submitted her agreement with regards to the change too. From a high school perspective, we saw a lot of positive results. One of the things in regards to the elementary perspective, I don't think it was the same. I currently have no elementary students, but one of the things that I just wanted to try to mention to the board again that I think may be important down the road is that in regards to maybe looking into after school or before school care, because there were some board members who were concerned about elementary students actually sitting outside of the elementary earlier than usual, and what would become of that. And I know one of the ideas came up in regards to the House Bill 4545, but those teachers are actually meant there to try to help those students in order to pass the STAR test or to come up to par with regards to that. So one of the things as a parent that don't have elementary students is I know the last time the YMCA was considered was in October of 2007. That was when the change actually originally took place. The district at that point in time was kind of mixed. There were actually daycare centers that were more for just using the facilities that were here. The president at that time even said that the YMCA liked having a facility here. That was based on an article that I read from 2007. What I would like for this board to consider for the future is to look into that YMCA before and after school program for our students, because I believe it will actually help with their literacy rates as well. Because the focus of the YMCA program is pretty much to help them with their homework, and then you may also have younger students who are actually working in that environment who can encourage those students to actually read more. And one of the things that's very important is literacy is of the utmost importance. And for our district here, where we have like more than, I think, 80% of our students that are low socioeconomic, I may be wrong on that number, but if we can actually bring in younger people, because that's who probably the YMCA will hire, they will actually see those kids as role models, which would encourage them to read. And I just think when we look at our numbers, and I'm going to wrap this up real quick, practically all of our elementary schools are currently Title I schools. Even Kings Manor is a Title I school now, and I say that because for the longest time it was not. And when you actually look at the numbers, if you go to greatschools.org, which is where most of these parents will look at those numbers, our low economic students are not faring very well when we look at student progress, with the exceptions of Sordom's Mill, and I would definitely give them a round of applause. But when you look at their student progress and their test scores, pretty much their numbers are 80% in regards to their low socioeconomic students as well as their current students. And I think a good part of that may be due to them having that dual language program. And that's just because I know at Kings Manor Elementary, when they had their dual language program, their numbers were actually better when you actually looked at their STAR tests. But now those numbers have actually gone down. So the main thing I'm coming here is twofold. Number one, as a parent of high school students, I agree with that program. My students may want to get out. They may want to get a job, which will actually help them to prepare for the future. And everyone is not going to work at 8 and 10 o'clock. So most of us go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So it kind of gets them in line for that too. And then in regards to House Bill 4545, I think it's a great idea the way the state has it written up. but I'm not quite sure if we can actually try to use that and apply that time for those students who get to school early. Because what if those students don't need to be in that classroom, even though they're waiting for class to start? Now you have them bored. They're going to probably be talking more, and the kids who actually need to learn may not be there. Well, they'll be there, but they may not be able to learn because they'll be distracted. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Up next is Miss Jennifer Grince. Not saying that right. How are you, ma'am? You'll have 5 minutes.
Doing pretty good. By the way, you did pretty good. A lot of people have difficulties at that last name. I know I did when I first married into it.
Thank you very much.
I just want to let y'all know, one, my name is Jennifer Grince. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids, one in elementary and one in high school. First, I want to thank the board and staff for all they do, because y'all do a lot of this stuff voluntarily. Y'all do extra stuff all the time, and I know of some of you, some of the board members and a lot of the staff members at several of the schools. Also, I would like to, after the last week's meeting where we discussed about the new start and stop times, y'all did a great job with discussing all the different things, and I think it's great that y'all brought up a lot of things that would really help the parents and would help the students, because we do have a lot of students who are not doing well in school. One of the things that I wanted to bring up today was about having things such as the YMCA, or like y'all mentioned, having the paras. If I know Humble ISD uses them, but I don't know if we've done a study or anything and looked at how Humble ISD or any of the other school districts use the Y for the after-school programs. I have been told that they do help with homework and help the kids with other activities. And in the morning, some of the schools actually do things like they'll get them up and getting them exercising and, you know, just help them getting going so they're not just sitting in a corner going, okay, I'm bored to death. I know that I don't need the before school, after school, because I'm a stay-at-home mom. But I know with our district being so socially, economically disadvantaged, that we really do need some kind of program, if we could, to help the kids out. That's all I have.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
guys.
All right, Mr. Calvert, do you have something about all these blue shirts?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Trout. Some of y'all noticed that this is not our normal monthly wardrobe for board meetings. There's quite a few of us with Christie Screw T-shirts on, and just want to let you know what that's about. Our Executive Director of Human Resources, Christy Amarantos, you know, tell her I got it right. She is currently in the middle of her battle with an extremely rare and aggressive form of cancer, and so she is definitely one of those people. She's still kind of a newbie to New Caney ISD, but she is definitely a lot in our world. She is a go-to for anything, whether it's campus related, HR related. And so as you've heard tonight, this district is, you know, yeah, we're all about academics and education, but we truly are a family, and we love it when we see our students succeed, but we also rally around our family members in times of need. And so this is what these shirts are, just to show Christy and Coach Spiro some support during their great time of need. And so at this time, if he doesn't mind, I'd like to ask Mr. Turner to lead us in a prayer, especially for the Amarantos family. And then all of my people that are wearing the blue shirts, before we go back to closed session, if we can all gather in front of the banner over here to my left to take a picture, we would appreciate that. And we'll get that to her, and hopefully that'll lift her spirits up. So, Chad, if you don't mind doing that for us.
Yes, sir. Please bow. Dear Father, we do thank you for this day you've given us. We just thank you for this wonderful district we've been blessed with our students, our teachers, and all our support staff. We're so blessed to see these programs that we saw tonight, where we're digging back in and giving back to the community. It's very inspiring. We come to you now asking for prayer for Christy in this situation that she's in with cancer. We ask that your will be done there. If it's your will that we get in there and she would just have the comfort and the peace that only you can provide her and her family. We're again all praying as a district, as one, off of Christy's crew, that she can get through this, come back on the other side of it, and continue to be just a great asset to us. We just do love you and praise you and thank you for all the many blessings you do. We continue to bless New Caney ISD, and We do love you and praise you and thank you. In Jesus' name, pray, amen.
Amen. Item 9 on the agenda is closed meeting. The board will now meet in closed meeting under the authority of Texas Government Code 551.074 for the purpose of personnel matters, Government Code 551.071 for attorney consultation, and Government Code 551.072 for deliberation regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. Any action as a result of this closed meeting, session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. The time is 7:01. The board ended its closed session at 7:41 and will now reconvene in open session. Item 10 on the agenda is proposals of board members. Are there any reports or proposals?
Yes, Ty, I would like to congratulate, I'm not going to mention any names, but we took our new Caney ISD football team up to Highland Park, and they didn't get them kids home till close to 4 o'clock. And I want to just say I appreciate all those people that drove those buses and all those employees that stayed there to get everybody home safely, because it was a long, long night, and I appreciate those guys, bringing everybody home, and everybody went to bed that night safe and sound, and I appreciate the efforts from your guys out there.
Even when you had a bus breakdown on the way. Great job. Great job.
I appreciate you guys' effort. It's you guys.
Is there anything else? Item 11 on the agenda is superintendent report. Matt, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I'd like to ask Ms. Liz Jackson to come up at this time. She's going to be sharing some information with you about our employee health insurance and some options moving forward.
About this time last year, and we talked about offering an alternative medical alongside our TRS active care. It was the first time we were able to do that. We found a loophole through the District of Innovation that allowed that to happen. Well, now the state is saying they're going to make us make a decision. So they're putting an end to it. And they are mandating that we choose between offering TRS active care only or going out on your own and offering whatever you'd like. So we are obviously looking into several, areas that we hopefully can get some bids on. We did do a survey. We've sent that out. We've got a little over 500 responses. Pretty positive to leave in TRS active care. I would say about 66% want to leave TRS active care. About 35% are undecided. So I think that means, on my part, a lot of education to the staff, that we need to really spend quality time educating our staff, because our medical is one of our most important decisions we make. To some people, it's one of the biggest financial burdens on the family, not only your medical insurance with your premiums, but once you seek that cost of care, once you seek treatment, what our employees are having to pay. I hope to come with some really good information on the December 13th so we can make that decision. But I do want to say that I know myself and Mr. Calvert definitely want what is best for our employees. We care greatly for their health and their well-being. But if we stay with TRS Active Care, we're at their mercy. We're at the state's mercy to decide what they're going to charge us and what plans we'll have. And they're not willing to give that information to probably April or June. So we have to make the decision in December, kind of blind on their part. They're not letting us know anything. Or we can go out on our own, and hopefully, based on some of our claims data, we appear to look pretty good. And, it may be a long-term project. It may not be something that is perfect year one, but I'm hoping in a couple years that we can stand on our own and really offer our employees some great insurance. So, nobody has made the decision yet, but just based on what I'm hearing, and I have spoke to several districts, those close to us, those are in our size, a lot of them are leaving. A lot of them say they're done. They're leaving. Some districts do not have the claims history, the claims data where they can leave TRS active care because they're not I don't want to say a healthy enough district, but they're not. And so some districts are going to have to stay. So therefore, if the only ones who stay are the unhealthy districts, the districts that have way more claims than they have premiums, then to me that just leaves TRS in even a worse state than it's already in. I'm not sure how long it will financially sustain, depending on who leaves and who stays. It's not forever, but it is a 5-year decision. We have to be gone for 5 years. It is TSHBP is the plan name, but it is a HealthSmart network. It is just kind of an alternative. It's called direct care, where they lead you. We would probably absolutely not go to something that is just that, but they are offering some straight traditional plans, the Aetna network, the Aetna signature, and they will offer 2 plans that 100% right now mirror TRS active care. There'll be a high deductible plan, and then a plan that falls right in the middle of our 2 other active care plans, which are primary and primary plus. You know, Aetna is where we were with TRS active care, not last year, but the year before, until we moved to Blue Cross Blue Shield. We have rates. They're willing to give us rates now. They are also willing to state that if for some rare reason TRS comes back with low rates, they will lower them down to that. I don't see that happening, but they will do that. So if we stay with SHBP, I feel like it's kind of a good alternative because we're offering a wide variety. We have the 2 alternate plans, which is the direct care, if you're comfortable with that. If you're not, then we have the straight traditional plans that right now mirror as far as deductibles and co-pays what TRS Active Care is offering. And I think a lot of that is the educational piece. A lot of people are going out and saying, I have TSHBP, are you in network? Similar to if I went out to you and said, hey, I have TRS Active Care. That's the plan name, not the network. That's what it'll be next year. Right now, if you have the alternate plan, it's the HealthSmart network. Yes, but if we go with them next year, the plans we have now will still be the HealthSmart network, and then the 2 new plans we offer will be Aetna. No, the regular Aetna, yes, they will mirror actually what we're being offered right now from TRS Active Care. Any questions? Thank you.
All right, now, Ms. Monroe, you want to come give us an update on our course guidelines, everything?
So the document that you have is our updated course guide for the high schools for the 22-23 school year. That's a guidance document that contains descriptions of the courses that are offered. The front part of the book also talks about graduation requirements and some academic planning types of things. This document is worked on by a committee chaired by the Director of Counseling. The instructional specialists for secondary are also on that committee. The academic deans, the lead counselors from the high school also participate in that. So this is our updated version. Are there any questions about it? Okay, thank you.
All right, I was going to give an update on our start and stop time conversation. Last month, we brought a proposal up to change our school start and stop times beginning for August of 22. That time would be elementaries would switch to 8:10 to 3:45. Middle and high schools would switch from 7:15 to 2:50. Variety of reasons on there, all those listed on our website, safety reasons, consistency reasons, kids being in class more, just your good, solid foundational things. So we opened that up for our community to give us feedback on this proposal. I did have Dr. Powers cut it off the day at noon just because we had to stop it somewhere. I want to thank the community for participating in that process. We've had 982 responses. That is well above anything we've ever asked for. So we're definitely appreciate the partnership in our kids' education with our parents and community. Our employees, we had 124 employee submissions of those 982. And then again, my favorite part of the whole process is we had 63 students submit their thoughts and feelings on the topic. So the data still trends in favor of us making that change with, again, this is an informal poll, and Dr. Powers and his team is processing the data. We didn't ask a straight yes or no, but they're taking that response and, categorizing it one way or the other. And so of the 982, 60% indicated they'd be in favor of the change. 34% indicated they'd be against it. And then there's 5% in that gray area that we don't, really couldn't tell based on their comments. And so, some of y'all are aware, last Monday we had a board workshop. And again, lots of great conversations. Our high school principals were there. Our directors from our CTE, Fine Arts, Athletics were there. Cabinet was there. Had a lot of great conversation about how this change will truly benefit kids in our district moving forward. And so, it based on the data and based on that meeting and just based on the feedback we've gotten internally and externally, we're going to go ahead and make that change for next year. So Dr. Powers and his team will get something formally out for the media and the parents and the community, so that way they can start making those plans. Our principals can start, making their schedules according to those new start and stop times. But again, I just appreciate the community feedback, our employee feedback, our student feedback, you guys' participation in that process. Again, this is a big decision, and it's a decision that people are going to love, some are going to hate. And so I just would ask those that may not be totally in favor of it, just to give it a shot. Give it your open, honest shot. We'll see how it works. We'll see how things are going, and if we need to circle back around, then we'll do it. But let's give it a fair shake and see what happens and we believe it's a great decision for our kids in our district.
Good deal. Item 12 on the agenda is the consent calendar, consisting of consideration of minutes, consideration of finance reports, consideration of purchasing reports, consideration of personnel reports, and consideration of instructional reports. Any questions? Is there a motion to approve these items in the consent calendar? Second. The motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, the vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is approved. Item 13 on the agenda is consideration of approval of CPR 38 for new comprehensive high school number 3 for athletic storage building presented by Mr. Calvert.
Yes, sir. This is a change order for West Fork High School. The original thought process for that campus design was utilizing an existing structure for athletic storage. However, once we started digging into the project, we realized that's not a viable option. And so this change order is to add a new athletic storage building to the site. We just believe is a better option in general.
Questions? Is there a motion to approve CPR 38? Motion moved in second. There being no further discussion, the vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Motion is approved. Item 14 on the agenda is consideration of approval for resolution casting vote for candidate Guy Hancock for election to the Montgomery County Central Appraisal District Board of Directors presented by Mr. Powell.
Board, this item's regarding the board's consideration of a candidate for the Board of Directors in Montgomery County Appraisal District.
Is there a motion?
I move that the board approve the resolution casting vote for candidate Guy Hancock for the election to the Montgomery County Central Appraisal District Board of Directors.
Been moved in second. There being no further discussion, the vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is approved. Item 15 on the agenda is consideration of approval for resolution casting vote for candidate for election of the Board of Directors of the Harris County Appraisal District presented by Dr. Powell.
Same consideration for Harris County.
Is there a motion?
I move that the board approve the resolution casting a vote for candidate Martina Lamont Dixon for the election to the Board of Directors of the Harris County Appraisal District.
Being no further discussion, the vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Motion is approved. There being no further business, the meeting is adjourned at 7:55.